Howdy folks, welcome back. My name is Matt. This is Daisy. Y'all are at the old Talbot Ranch in Fort McCavitt, Texas. If you're new here, welcome. We are in the midst of building a camp house slash lake cabin slash getaway. I don't know. We're gonna build a place to be. It's December 6th, I think. About 40 degrees. It is winter time for Texas winter anyway. Anyway, last time we were here, Tucky and I got up top. We finished laying out all the decking and we were worn out. We didn't do much else. So this time, today's Friday, and I'm only going to be here for today. Maybe can come back tomorrow, but we'll see. I have a tarp, a billboard. I think it's off the side of a truck, but we're going to try to lay that out over the deck to protect it and nail it down. I'm going to leave about a foot flap so that when we stand our wall up, we can just nail that up, and that will be like a drip edge. Lots of debate going on back and forth on whether or not we should have put decking down or just left it like a deck flooring with gaps in it. I think, and please let me know down in the comments or the doobly-doo below what you think, but since it's going to be covered, something flying around over here, it looks like a great owl, and I can't quite tell. It's almost white. Let me know what you think. My thoughts are, since it's going to be out, it's going to have a huge porch over it, and then I'm going to do like a 2-foot edge all the way around, give it lots of hangover to keep the rain off of it, that we ought to just go ahead and make it like an interior floor. That's my thought. Also going to do a little half wall in there. I wanted to leave it open and spacious as possible, but I'm worried about little kids, little babies walking around up there and falling through and falling 8 foot to the ground. I know bones are soft and they'll probably be okay, but just don't want to take a chance. So probably going to do like a little 2.5 foot, maybe 3 foot wall in there just to keep that from happening. So it'll be protected in there pretty well. Anyway, today's job is that tarp. If I have plenty of time, I might try to put our staircase. If you watch one of the old, couple of other videos, we have a metal staircase that was donated as a temporary stairs that we can put up and just bolt into place until we get time to build our regular stairs. So anyway, that's what I'm going to try to do today. I'm by myself other than Daisy, so I'm just going to try to take it slow and easy and not hurt myself. Slow and steady wins the race, right? So while Daisy's off sniffing all the things and peeing on all the things that dogs pee on, I'm going to get to it. Y'all come along. Well, maybe not. This tarp isn't big enough to cover anything. Okay, well, looks like I'm going to have to try to find a different tarp. Maybe order one in that's like this one. Of course, half the size, but I was told those were supposed to be like 43 foot long and like 12 foot tall, and it's only like 24 by 8. So it doesn't matter. Free tarp's free tarp. I'll use it somewhere else. So I guess I'm going to work on getting the stairs put up. So bye. Well, folks, I was afraid it's going to happen, and it did. The cold front came in. I was up on the roof and trying to put that tarp up before it started raining. I thought that tarp was bigger. The guy that gave it to me, thought it was bigger. Gave me 2 of them, and no matter how I laid it out, I couldn't double up and cover the porch. So it's all right. It's Advantech. It's pretty safe getting wet for at least a while. They said it's guaranteed for a year of direct exposure. So hopefully it'll be all right. I'm sure it will. This big black tarp that we put up is doing pretty well. It's not. I don't see any leaks underneath here. So pleased with that. I can't put up the. Oh, let me think here. I gotta compose my words. It's cold. It's not freezing, but it's probably close to it. It's probably within a few degrees. They said the low is supposed to be 41 today, but I think it's in the 30s. I don't have a thermometer out here. I probably ought to get one. Whew, that's better. All right. I went to grab the stairs, and I was going to put stairs up, and blew a hose on the skid, or not the skid steer, but the backhoe. One of the steering hoses that's up underneath the cowling of the engine, behind the fuel tank or under the fuel tank, that come from the pump to the orbital valve. It blew up. So I've replaced the hoses down on the cylinders, but I couldn't get up in there. So it looks like I'm gonna have to tear that apart. I may just go ahead and pull the head off the engine, because I'm pretty sure it's got a blown head gasket that's leaking coolant. It starts and runs fine, but it overheats, and it mixes coolant or water or whatever you put in with the oil, and that's certainly not ideal. I've just been making sure I don't run it for more than about 30 minutes, because after 30 minutes it starts to get hot. So, but I can't get out there because or at least I don't want to get out there because it's raining. Also don't want to just sit here and do nothing. I sat in my camper over there for a little while, ate a sandwich, and played solitaire, and the weather says that around 5 o'clock the sun's going to come back out, but around 5 o'clock it's getting dark, so I don't know that I'm going to get much else done today. A couple of buddies are coming in this evening, but to hunt, they want to hunt varmints and stuff like that, but there's not going to be much that's not going to be very fun either. So I don't know. I have this whole stack of wood here, and I don't think I need any more 10-footers, and getting those triangle blocks off the end is a royal pain in the butt. So I may just try to stack them in here and cut off some triangle blocks. They work really well for firewood. So anyway, you stay busy, you stay warm. Feel much better now. I may have to pull this jacket off if I get to moving, but I'm nice and toasty now. Anyway, I'm gonna get to it. Probably just put you guys on time lapse. Y'all don't want to watch all this be super boring and slow. Anyway, let's get to it. Hey, I think a hawk just caught a mouse or something over here by the wood pile. I want to go show you. Oh, he's flying off. I don't know if I got much video of that. He certainly had him a big old mouse. Little bitty hawk. I don't know exactly what kind. He's flown over here in a tree. Anyway, nature's cool. Fur flying everywhere. You have yourself a good meal there, buddy. I'm gonna leave you alone. Pretty cool stuff. Circle of life. Nature is brutal. All those things. But enjoy it. Bye. Well, that was kind of neat, that Falcon. There's a pile of brush right over here that we use for firewood. Just break it off, saw it up as we need it. And just as I was walking over to find my Dr. Pepper to come back over here to work, it just flew in and like wham, landed on the ground. I thought, holy cow, did it hit a tree? What happened? And I saw it hop a couple times with a mouse in its talons. I grabbed the phone real quick and it flew about 50 feet. And then it flew another 50 feet. And I guess it paused to make sure that the little mouse or rat or whatever was dead. And then it took off and landed in a tree, and I snuck up on it. I think I got video of it. You should see it. Anyway, I took a picture of it, and I have a little, there's always an app for something. Found an app to search on what kind of bird it was, and it says it was a Merlin falcon, also known as a chicken hawk.
Well, I'm a chicken hawk, and I'm looking for chicken.
Foghorn leghorn, you better watch out because your chicken hawk is here. Anyway. Once again, I'd like to mention that we are not sponsored by Dr. Pepper. But it is the main blood of Texans. So, anyway, I'm going to quit talking. I already told you everything needs to be told. I'm going to try to get to work. Well, it finally quit misting and raining on me. It's about 4:30. So I decided to come over, pulled the hood off, just a few 7/16 bolts. Had to add a little bit of fluid to the power steering because it was out. And then fired it up, turned it back and forth, found out where the lack of oil is coming out of. It's bleeding. So I'm going to try to get in there and get it off. Figured you might want to see me cuss and complain about old equipment. But I'd bitch about payments on new equipment. So you trade one for the other, I guess. You know, 15-year-old me all the way up to like 35-year-old me would have just loved the shit out of this. In a way, I still do. Tinkering on old stuff. challenge of finding the issue and the challenge of correcting it, doing the best job you can. Man, as I get older, I hurt bending all the time. Of course, I hurt bending doing that stuff too. It's just all the time. That's new because I don't know how to do that. I'm learning as I go. So it's more of a challenge. I get more of a challenge out of it doing that. I've done so much of this now that it's not a challenge. Or it's not true. It's not as much of a challenge mentally. Now it's just a physical challenge. It hurts. That hurts too, but it makes my mind work on trying to figure out how to do it. I know how to do this. Spent more hours doing this than I care to even think about. But I've also fixed lots of cool stuff. You know, this was pretty cheap. Certainly couldn't afford to just go out and buy this tractor. That bulldozer I have up there, it was basically free. Taking a lot of money in parts. I probably got, $4,000, $5,000 just in parts getting it going. Well, that's not true. Probably $3,500. Anyway, bending and moving and getting to all these places is so painful now that it's just old. I will say I finally had my first doctor's appointment to get set up to get VA benefits. When I got out at 20 years old, after I'd hurt my back, after the Iraq War, they had so many people in that they were just getting rid of everybody. And I was a little bitter about it at the time. I seemed to fight anger issues on everything though. But they just booted me out at 10%, told me to go home, gave me a big severance pay, like $3,800 or something like that to get me going for a few months. And I've heard so many different things, so many different lies from people on being able to get help that I got discouraged about that. I did call the local Veterans Administration in San Angelo when I got back, and the guy was just a freaking jerk, and I had such anger issues, it was going to be just walk away or get in a fight. So I just walked away. That's been 30 years now. I don't know. 30, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Since 1991. So it's been a minute. I've had several friends that have they've gone and gotten VA ratings and getting some help. And medical bills are so expensive now. I thought I had good insurance, and ends up I don't. They're really good at taking care of prescriptions and stuff like that, but when it comes to full-on medical bills, they're shit. So anyway, hopefully I can get to, I think the magic number, I'm not sure, but I think the magic number is 70% disability. And if I can get to that, they take care of you 100% medically. But it'll also kick me off of taxes. You get that amount off on taxes. I have 2 friends that are at 100% disability, and I think I'm a lot worse off shape than they are, but they may have better people helping them. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking and try to get this bolt out. I got one end of the hose undone. Let me see if I can get underneath the dash and get the other. That's going to be the hard part, bending around and getting in there. I mean, not bad. The other issue is I get down in here, I may not be able to get out. Yeah. There's the culprit right there. Good news is that's a hose I can make. Bad news is the others look just as cracked. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're gonna put covers back. Okay, done with that.